Scooby-Doo item getting removed to the Ghostface mythic, Fortnite could go from the greatest of all time to getting roasted. So today, I'll show you the most hated things in 2025, like what happened with the FNAF collab. But first, we have to talk about Ghostface. He's all over the map right now in these telephone booths, and chances are, you probably died to him multiple times because his mythic is busted. Fans have been freaking out over the fact that not only does he have insane stamina and speed, but the knife slash is basically aimbot. Now, it would have made more sense for Epic to force you to stay as Ghostface instead of being able to just switch back to normal guns whenever you want. Considering people have been dropping straight up POIs, grabbing the knife, and then mowing down the entire place, fans have had enough. So, within just 24 hours, Fortnite was forced to nerf his max speed so it's harder to chase people. But hey, all the rest of the problems are still there, so we'll have to see what happens. Despite all of the amazing updates they've added, there's still plenty of ways they could have made it even better, like how fans have been disappointed about getting drip-fed the best collab, and that's Scooby-Doo. Epic are releasing Scooby and Shaggy in their own dedicated bundle days before the rest of the gang drop, and this means that you won't be able to buy the whole Mystery Inc. crew in a single bundle. Basically, the collab is gonna be more expensive than usual. If you add up the total price of both bundles and then throw in the extra Mystery Machine bundle too, fans are expecting this to cost thousands upon thousands of V-Bucks. But thankfully, they added exact V-Bucks purchasing this Fortnite to help out a little. Speaking of the Mystery Machine bundle, players are pretty bummed out that they won't be able to drive this around unless they shell out the cash. It's an SUV skin only, even though you could literally find it broken down on the map as we speak, and helping Fred repair it does nothing. You can't drive it, take it for a spin, or even interact with it. It's literally just a cosmetic. And if that wasn't bad enough, their only collab item has just been vaulted. After just 24 hours, Epic has already had to delete Scooby Snacks from the game because of some kind of glitch, and fans are outraged. In fact, the backlash was so bad that 5 minutes later, Fortnite themselves had to come online and clarify it is only in Delulu, so pitchforks down. And that kind of reminds me of what happened when they added Jason Voorhees to the map. His skin drops soon, but right now you can fight him yourself to get a sneak peek, and it turns out it's totally worthless. You'll waste a ton of ammo and health on this guy hoping you get his boon or medallion that's in the files right now just for him to drop nothing except a mythic high-stakes shotgun. Fans expected it to be worth the effort of taking him out, although now his boss just feels like a pointless gimmick. So now they're hoping the medallion drops as soon as possible because we only have a certain amount of time during the event to appreciate it. Hopefully, it's out by the time you're watching this. And a lot of fans think the collabs got even stranger when the main crossover of the season turned out to not be Halloween related at all. You see, almost all of the map changes have included Thorns taking over POIs, and the very first skin to drop for the event was none other than Doja Cat. But it gets weirder. When promoting her skin, Fortnite was slapping festival logos next to it like she was originally meant to be the new artist, but got changed to the Fortnite queen at the last second. And that also explains why the latest festival pass is a generic one with no headliner. But let's forget about that and see what fans think about Doja's Mother of Thorns collab. A lot of people are calling it straight up random, and her boss on the map isn't even that cool because she's very easy to defeat. Players also think that her mythic Thorn Ripper feels like just a bland reskin of the Chains of Hades, but I'm gonna disagree with that. Like, it works perfectly with a Thorn theme, especially because it's meant to be a troll because she hated the chains. At least Doja Cat isn't as controversial as someone who is Halloween themed, because Fortnite is adding the Grabber from the Black Phone later this month, and while he does look like an insanely cool outfit, you gotta remember, he is not a good dude. Epic has basically added someone who is not very friendly with children at best, but his backstory is even worse than that, especially when you realize they're giving him an emote for his Lil Magic van. I mean, fans are shocked this got approved. Although some of the feedback is a little nitpicky because some players are getting annoyed about the new bosses system. All of the Fortnite's enemies this year are never in the same place. There's a handful of POIs they could spawn at, some of which don't even have names. While this is amazing for keeping things fresh and making it so you could always be taken by surprise by a slasher, it's also pretty annoying for anyone who wants to find them. Like, they don't even have markers on the map. Something I will get behind is the backlash for the next gaming series collab. Repo is coming to Fortnite, and fans have 4 words: absolutely and utterly cursed. These guys have become iconic this year because of their tiny design and how they're basically little robots. Except now they're in Fortnite, and Epic gave them the world's longest legs, which makes them look ridiculous. But that's the thing. People were so distracted by the legs, they didn't even realize it's even more cursed. Like, look at their hands and you'll see fingers. For reference, this is what Repo robots look like, and now here's the Fortnite skin. skin. No wonder fans can't stop laughing. They're even making fan art and comparing it to Longlegs Patrick. But I gotta give Epic props for this year's Horde Rush, because they have totally redesigned it to fit the K-pop Demon Hunters collab and renamed it. It is super different and refreshing, although some fans are a little disappointed they didn't go further. Like, beneath the surface, the demons are just reskinned husks, you fight a caretaker as usual, and Peelybone is just Shogun X with a different outfit. Besides that, I still kinda like it. I could also understand why the rest of the K-pop Demon Hunters collab has room for improvement. Like, sadly, none of the members of Huntrix have any edit styles, which is bumming out fans cause they wanted to see their outfits from Golden. In fact, we didn't even get any jam tracks for a movie that is literally top of charts across the world. Even Scooby-Doo got more songs than them. And for the special items that we did get, they don't even exist anymore. Not only was Zoe's bubble shield deleted from Demon Rush because of a minor mistake, they vaulted every single item from Battle Royale and Delulu when Fortnite dropped. Yeah, we were meant to get these guys for Halloween, and then when the event actually starts, they are nowhere to be found. Kind of a gut punch. But let's quickly rewind to Doja Cat, because it turns out the most controversial part of her collab has nothing to do with her set. In fact, before she even released, Fortnite put out a series of tweets claiming she was taking over the account for a couple hours. So what happened? Well, some of the tweets are pretty normal, like "Don't talk to me about Chains of Hades" or "Wear my skin, wahahaha," and then tagging other YouTubers for a duos match, pretty normal. Then they tweeted "Mother of Rose Toys," which immediately went viral with people asking what? It was super inappropriate for what's meant to be a kid's game, and before it was deleted, Doja Cat revealed it wasn't even her who posted it. She blasted Fortnite saying, "I told them not to, man, that's not even me. I said this yesterday and then said don't post that." So basically it sounds like Doja suggested this as one of the tweets as a joke, and then they went and ran with it anyway. And she went on to say, "Lord, somebody knock on the cubicle at Fortnite HQ right now.